In today's video, I'm going to be covering different power sources inside of the Create mod. I'm going to be going from the easiest ones, and I'm going to gradually go down to some more advanced ones and teach you everything you need to know about them, as well as a few other tips and tricks that will help you out on your journey. So we'll start off here very simple. We have the hand crank here. And I've gone ahead and grabbed this hand crank and I've connected it to this gearbox just so it's a little bit easier to see. The way the hand crank works is that you just right click on it and that's just going to do turns. Now if you spam it, you can see it's going to go around continuously and this is going to continuously turn. Now this is a manual powered one and it's very easy to go ahead and craft. Something I'd recommend going ahead and getting yourself for the Create mod is these engineer's goggles, and the way that these work is that you can go ahead and put them on, and this is going to be able to, now when you hover over something like this, it's going to tell you how much kinetic stress it's giving out, as well as stuff like how much energy it's giving out. So you can see here this is giving us 256 SU of, that's the current speed, and this is useful because it will tell you insights into blocks. So for example, if you're not powering something enough, or it needs more power, it needs to be faster, it's going to go ahead and tell you that. So this is a really useful thing to have. But that's the first one there, is the hand crank. It's a very basic one. But what I'd recommend doing first of all is actually creating yourself this here, which is a water wheel. Now a water wheel is a very early one, and it's an infinite power source, which is a lot easier. And the way you do it, you want to go ahead and create some kind of frame like this, ideally. And then on this block here, you want to make one up. You want to place down a water wheel. Now you can also get large water wheels as well. This is just a small one. And then you want to place a bucket of water so that it flows. It needs to be in flowing water. If it's in still water, it's not going to work. And right away you can see that this has now gone ahead and started to generate some SU. And this is going to run infinitely. So I can put a shaft out here and this is going to turn infinitely. So this is a great starter sort of energy source. Now something you'll first notice when you're playing this mod pack or these mods is that sometimes machines will say that they're not got enough speed. And you can increase the RPMs a few ways, but the most easy early game way is to do it with this little cog trick. So what you want to do on the end of the shaft is you want to go ahead and put a large cogwheel here. And on the side of that you want to go ahead and gear down to a smaller cogwheel, just like this. And now on the end of this one, you want to go ahead and place a large one. And on the side of that, you want to place a small one again. And essentially by doing this, so putting a big one on top of a little one, you can go ahead and create very fast cogwheels. So you can see these are turning very fast compared to the original here. So this is a great way just to speed it up for your builds. There are other ways to do this, but yeah, as I said, this is a very good way to do it. So the next thing I want to show you here is the steam engine. Essentially the way the steam engine works is you attach it to some kind of fluid tank here. Underneath you need a heat source, and that's going to go ahead, and when you put water in there, it's going to go ahead and move this cog here. Now there's a really cool setup we can do here, which basically makes it an infinite power source, and it gives you 2048 stress units, which is quite a lot. So to make it, it's actually very simple. What we want to go ahead and do is, first of all, I'm going to do it 2 by 2 just to make it easier. Go ahead and place down our fuel source here, or our heat source. We can use campfires or you can use lava, it's whatever you want. Above those blocks, you want to go ahead and place yourself down some fluid tanks just like this. It's going to create this here. And on top of that, you want to go ahead and place your shaft. The shaft will basically turn into this block here. So when you place it on there, it's going to turn into the shaft here. So this is the basics of how it works. And then to make it infinite, what you need to do is you need to go up to the top and add a vertical gearbox just like this. And then from here, you want to go ahead, add some shafts down to here. And then you want to go ahead and add yourself one of these here, which is a large cogwheel. Let me just build out here a little bit more, just like this. Now here you need to go ahead and make yourself a infinite water source here. And I'm going to get rid of the campfires there because I'm done with them. Make yourself an infinite water source here, just like that. And then we can go ahead and add the next bit, which is going to be the way that we automatically get the water. So we can go ahead, 2 of these, and then go ahead, add one of these down here. This is basically a mechanical pump. This is a fluid pipe. And now we can go ahead, and once we start adding water into here, it's going to start the machine off. So essentially this is going to heat up the water, which is going to go ahead and move this here. This is going to go and power this, which then sucks the water out of the infinite power source, essentially making it infinite power. So now you can go ahead and we could wire this up here, and we've got ourselves an infinite power supply there, and it's a pretty strong one. It's way better than this. You can see this one is 256, this one's 2000, so it's 10 times better. And it's pretty easy to go ahead and make early game. Now, of course, inside of the create mod, there are way more things you can do. You've got things like windmills. So if you want to go ahead and create yourself a windmill, you can do that. You need a sail, you need a bearing. And essentially the way this works is it's going to obviously work like a windmill, and it's going to turn at a consistent pace and be able to power it. You've got other things. You've got blaze burners here that you can go ahead and use. You have basically a ton of different sort of methods you can go ahead and use to create energy, but this is kind of the base premise of it. And from here I'll just let you kind of experiment around with it and let me know what you find. But if you enjoyed the video and found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below that it helped, and let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to make about create or any other game in particular. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.